Hi everyone, my name is Rajesh Nambiar. I'm part of UiPath's learning organization. I'm associated with various educational programs where we work on building a skill ecosystem for RPA. And today I am pleased to introduce to you the UiPath Academic Alliance. This program was conceptualized about 15 months back with the idea of taking RPA to a bigger audience and making technology or learning accessible to all. So as part of the presentation today, we'll focus on three different things. One is the industry, where the relevance of RPA and how important is it for somebody to acquire RPA related skills. We'll also talk about what we have been doing with Academic Alliance, what are the program benefits and how we are working together with various organizations to build this vibrant ecosystem. And then finally, we'll talk about what are some of the pre-requirements for you if your institution would want to be associated with us. So let's get started. And and the first thing that 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 comes to our mind when we talk about robots is, of course, is productivity. And I think that's the most important thing that we've been talking. So if you try to relate to every single that has evolution or innovation that has happened in our technology, and one of the primary factors that we attribute to at every stage has been improvement in terms of productivity. And it was not many years back that we saw one of the biggest disruptions happening in the form of pocket calculators, which in that era was considered to be one of the biggest technologies or disruptions which helped humans help reduce the amount of effort they were putting in terms of doing simple calculations, and that was big in terms of improving personal productivity. And slowly, with the industry evolving and technology innovations happening, we saw the rise of PCs, which became the friend for personal productivity. So we started seeing the uh, paper documents move digital, and things which were traditionally time consuming actually move across onto onto a device that helped you improve your personal productivity. And with the advent of internet, this productivity grew to much higher levels. So you started seeing new technologies evolve with more PCs being used, with more internet connectivity coming in, with internet becoming more and more accessible. Then we saw the rise of mobile phone, which brought the same productivity all onto a mobile phone. And today, your mobile phone is your calculator, it is your phone, it is your PC, it is everything on a handheld device, right? And it is your primary engine to help improve your personal productivity. And 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 that that has been the growth of our technology in terms of force. And what we believe in our industry, the next biggest disruption could that will bring in would be what we call as robot assistants. When we say robot assistants, I do not mean physical robots. I am talking about software robots which would run on your device, and these software robots will help you in your day-to-day activity. Imagine a new world where you have a software robot helps you complete some of your tasks, and you have more time to think and innovate and contribute for something which is beneficial for the society or for the community. And we believe this is a vision that is achievable, and that will drive the next wave of innovation. And the vision that we are driving with a robot assistance is a robot for every person, and this will bring in the next milestone in terms of personal productivity. It will also, and as and when humans get freed from these repetitive tasks, we believe humans will also be able to accelerate their achievement by spending more time on innovation and bringing more contributing to a big to the general uh, good good or welfare of the community or the society. While we talk about this being one of the biggest disruptions in the industry, we also understand that this will also have a long impact on people who are currently working, and will also have to look at people who may want to drive. So there are two things that I want to talk about in terms of this new world where a digital robot, a digital assistant would work hand in hand with a human. The first biggest disruption would be what we would look at is we'll see the rise of citizen developers or business users who could be people who are working in the industry. So if you are a developer, if you are a consultant, the new world is not far where you will have a personal robot or a digital assistant working on your machine, and you can assign tasks for the robot to take up, and have the output delivered at much faster time and in much better with much better quality. And so we believe that the world that is to in the coming years will have every single every single person on the existing workforce will have to acquire skills or will work with a robot. So when you work with a robot, obviously you will also have to look at acquiring skills that would include how do you build a robot, how do you operate a robot, and how do you help work on creating solutions to help you solve your problems, right? And parallelly, the bigger impact of the technology would be seen across enterprises where we believe the adoption of this technology will bring in new roles in terms of dedicated teams working on creating value of helping not just driving personal productivity of their employees, but then also creating business value for the company in terms of dollars, in terms of dollars saved for the organization. And while that becomes a focus for most of the organizations, some of the roles that will shape our industry are roles around RPA developers, RPA architect, technical consultants, program managers, business analysts, and infrastructure engineers, who will be the new set of new set of professionals who will help organizations adopt RPA, bring RPA into their organizations, and drive that business value that the organization can take benefit of. While we talk about the new roles that are coming in, I think what's also most important for us to understand is the relevance of it in the current world. Now, just before we had the COVID crisis, early 2020, LinkedIn had a report coming out for various countries where they spoke about 2020's emerging job roles that are there. And I think the COVID crisis would have, and we all know that the world is moving at a much faster rate. So, I would not be surprised if you actually see more RPA related roles in the 2021 report. But just to factor in what was covered in the 2020 report, we had at least two roles in the top 15 job roles which are looked out for in markets in US, in India, in Singapore, and other countries where the adoption for these technologies are growing. And this stands testimony for the fact which I said, that there are new roles which are coming in, and these new roles are available for people who are looking at making a switch from their existing careers to a new career path, or for people or for students who are graduating from our universities or colleges who are ready to join these new workforces. And at UiPath, we are committed to helping build that ecosystem. We are committed to help not just people, the individuals who are associated, who are working on RPA, but then also help create that general ecosystem where where we'll be able to help them, learn RPA at make it more accessible for them, and affordable and accessible is what we're looking at with in terms of knowledge. So learning should not stop, and we've worked on various skill development programs or on platforms to make sure that we democratize the RPA and make it accessible for everyone. As you are aware, the Academy, which is UiPath Academy, is our free learning platform, and we have thousands of dollars worth of course available for free. So anybody who's interested to, who are self starters, who are interested to learn at their own pace, they are available. There are courses available that will help you, start your journey with UiPath. And also any new update on our software, all the related contents are also updated on our academy. The second program was the UiPath Learning Partner Program. Now, this program was envisioned to help corporates focus more on their employee training or employee upskilling initiatives. We've partnered with a few companies, training company, predominantly training companies globally, and I'm sure you may have read about our association with Udacity, where together with UiPath we have brought in a new. We actually are working on creating a new. We actually have it available. In fact, sorry, a nano degree on RPA, which is available for everybody, for people to consume. And there are other partnerships that are coming out across other geos, and in the next few months you will be hearing more from us on that. Now, the third program, which is what we are here today, is the Academic Alliance program. Now, this program was conceptualized with 15 months back with the idea that we wanted to make education accessible to the talent that is coming out or joining the workforce. And for that, we are working with universities, colleges, skill development bodies, and not-for-profits to help create this ecosystem. And in the last few months, we've done changes. 15 months of interaction with various universities and college. We've brought in a lot of changes into the program, and today we have made a robust ecosystem where knowledge is available to all the teachers or trainers at these institutions, and they can build on their skills and thereby impacting lives of others. What do we offer as part of Academic Alliance? I think that's the most important piece that we want to look at. Now, the program, as I said, is conceptualized to create that knowledge ecosystem. We work with schools, colleges, universities, skill development bodies, across the organization. So starting from K-12 to higher to vocational to higher education to not-for-profits, who cater to working with communities which are displaced because of automation and other technologies. We are working with all of them to make sure that RPA is available, the knowledge is available for them, and they are able to build on their skills. And what we offer as part of Academic Alliance is we offer them a set of curriculums which are built and curated which are built by UiPath, and we own the content, we own the updation of the content. So every time there is a significant update on our software, we ensure that the content is updated. So we give you pre-built contents which are available for you to for your study, and then you could look at adopting it into your programs. At the same time, we also provide free educator readiness sessions. So all colleges or universities that join our program, or all academic partners who join our program, can access educator readiness sessions. There are at least two sessions, at least a minimum of one session that we do every quarter, and we try to do two every quarter. We try to do a minimum of two, but then whenever it is a little difficult in terms of other projects, but we continue to commit to do one educator readiness session, and these sessions are spread across 2 weeks online, a blended learning model where the instructor would deliver and also have some self-learning component included in that. And as and when there is regular updates on the tool, we try to give you update sessions which you could probably take up at your for your personal professional development as well. Along with the training, along with the course, we also provide an enterprise version of our software, so that all the theory or the learnings that you have that you go through can be applied or can be used using the recent version of the software, and can be used to gain the required hands-on experience for the student. We also have a educator community. Now, that's the most important thing. As I said, the pillar for our Academic Alliance program is an educator or a trainer. So the success of our educator is most important across our entire engagement. And keeping that in mind, we actually build this educator community where we have we've created groups where you have the exposure to you will have the ability to connect with other educators teaching RP and learn from them and share your knowledge, and thereby helping each other in terms of knowledge you have gained and what they have gained. And I think together we can help build that ecosystem forward. So we are committed to driving that ecosystem and helping you be part and helping you move forward with that community. And as I said, whenever there are updates, we run these refresher sessions, which you can be part of. And there is a proper track that is available for educator readiness. So once you start with our first course, there are other courses that we have aligned in term which you may want to attend, just to make sure that you are better prepared as an educator when you go back to your students. And so anytime we run those sessions and we have a refresher session around that, the educators, it's freely available for educators to participate in it. And what's more important, as I said, while the knowledge that you gain through all that we have achieved, one of the most important thing in any industry is the credential that is associated with it. And at UiPath, the credential or the certification that we use is what we call as a UiPath Certified Professional. The UCP credentials is one of the most sought after credential in the market. And understanding that you are from understanding that we have to make it available at a reasonable at an affordable price, we offer a 50% discount for our commercial certification for educators. So any teacher associated with our program who's teaching our course can avail the 50% discount. And also the same is also available for full-time students. Remember, this 50% discount is available only for full-time students who are associated with the program. Now, all these offerings, are built keeping in mind that we want to build a thriving ecosystem of educators, a community which shares knowledge, which builds, which innovates, right, and also looks at giving back to the community, and all this together, is offered at no cost. So we do not charge any. There is no joining fee or retainership fee for the academic alliance partner or for the educator, and everything is offered at no cost, at zero cost to our academic partners. Now remember, every year there is an evaluation. You have to report back in terms of what have you done in the last 1 year, and based on the criteria that we have set, the membership is evaluated to take the benefit, and decided whether we would want to take the benefit for the next year. Now, in terms of, like I said, the courseware, which I shared in my previous slide, we have 3 courses that we have built. The first course is called RPA Design and Development. Now, this course is mapped to the associate certification. It's a 60-hour course, which includes 40 hours of theory and 40 hours of lecture and 20 hours of hands-on lab. And this is ideally suited for somebody to adopt it into the university curriculum. So if you are a technical university or a college, you have, and the course is built in such a way that you could incorporate into your programs and offer it as a 3 or a 4 credit course, into your curriculums or university programs. The second course that we have is more of a literacy program in terms of educating our audiences on what is automation, or what is robotic process automation, giving them an insight on what is the opportunity that the tool has, and then building that initial excitement for that. So, and this course is open for everyone. It is ideally good for any user, anybody who interacts with a computer or a PC. And this is a 4-hour course, which is both available in an instructor-led format or in an online self-learning format. So if you are a university or a college, you can probably, if you are a teacher, you can offer this course introductory class as a introductory class to your students. And this is it's typically a 4-hour course that you want to do. Or the second option that you have is either you can ask them to take up the course on our portal, which is on our website, on our academy. So there is a secure link on which they can actually sign up, and they can complete the course on our portal. Or if you have an LMS within a university or college, we also provide you SCORM compliant versions wherein you can host it on your LMS and make it available for your students, right? So the second course is Step into RPA, is more as a course which is more aligned from literacy perspective, which is getting that initial excitement, which could be used as a tool to build that initial excitement within our audiences that we are intending to target. The third course is called Introduction to RPA for Business. It's a course meant for business, accounting, finance, and other non-technical students. Gives them a good understanding of RPA and the value from a business perspective. Right? It's a 14-hour course. There are universities that have adopted it as a one-credit course, and you may decide on the way you would want to look at. Right. Parallelly, we also have contributed contents where a few professors globally have actually made their content available. So you also have the option to look for those contributed or curated contents on our on the resource kit that we share, that you will receive as part of Academic Alliance. So the educator can also go through the courses that are available or built by others. And at the same time, with all this knowledge that so with the training, with the content that we have shared, with the curated contents that are there, I think what we also leave it for you to is the ability to decide on how you want to adopt it. So there are universities that have added RPA into finance, into marketing, into data science, into cyber security, multiple into different courses. They've tried to so the educators have basically completed all the contents, and then they've gone ahead and explored how best they can fit the course into their respective programs. I can probably share more details on that in my next slide, where we talk about what are the requirements for you to complete. And of course, the last one, which is part of our offering, is the certification, where we offer you a 50% discount on our certification exam, and it is available for everybody, all the students, full-time students, and for educators associated with it. Software license, which I mentioned earlier, we talk about software license. We provide you two licenses, enterprise licenses. One with the intention that you can use it in your college machine, and the second you could use it on your personal laptop. And these licenses are valid for 365 days. It complements the theory or the class that you're going through. So that's about from the software perspective. Now let's talk about So I shared about the Academic Alliance program. What do we offer? Now let's talk about what is the minimum expectation. What is the expectation from a program, right? So the for somebody interested to look at joining the program, I'll recommend you to actually go through the course description and see the relevance of it within your university, and decide on how you would want to use or teach the curriculum, right? And ideally target to have one or two educators, where one person could be a single point of contact and the other could be an educator, and it could be an educator and a single point of contact. Now the reason we recommend you to actually have a single point of contact is certain universities or colleges where we have multiple educators teaching the course, we would want to talk to one person. We would want to have a single point of contact, so that the communications are uniform and we have better reporting in terms of what are the activities that are happening. And this role can be switched every year. So if there are like 3 educators from your college, probably you could have one of the educator take up the role of SPOC for that first year, and then pass it on to the others every year. Now, once you've gone through the course, you've identified the educator. I think the next important thing for you to look at is, how do you want to deliver this course? Do you want to offer it as a standalone course? So if you are a university that's capable of incorporating it into your curriculum, you can actually use it the way the entire course and fit into your program. So the courseware that we've created, you can directly adopt it into your programs. Or if you wish to include it as part of other courses that you're teaching, we give you the flexibility to actually choose and then incorporate into other courses. There are examples or case studies that we can share on how other universities or colleges are doing. If you don't have the flexibility to do both, the first and the second one, which is run it as a standalone course or the lesson in course, the next thing that you can actually do is run it as you can look at running it as an extracurricular activity for your students. If you're a school, if you are a vocational college, and just want to look at creating excitement, then we leave it for you to drive on how you would want to look at creating that excitement. So you could run hackathons, you could run learning day. There are other events that you can look at engaging students that to help that build that excitement within there. You may also want to consider, since credentials, industry credentials are driving, becoming more and more relevant in the current industry, in the industry, in the general ecosystem, and not just, and also in the RP ecosystem. I would recommend you to consider if an option to include our UiPath certified professional certifications into your curriculum. So you may, I mean, from my perspective, I think you may want to, if you are running it as a value add course, you're taking a fee and then adding it, then you may want to consider adding it into your course fee. Or if you are, running it in your curriculum and then still want to look at giving credits, academic credits on completing a certification, we recommend you to actually do that. And in certain cases where you believe it's probably an additional cost and you want to leave it as an option for the student to decide whether they want to do it, we are absolutely okay with that as well. So you could probably leave it as optional also for them, right? And while you do this, I also want us to also look at seeing how best all of us can impact the ecosystem of not just your college but then other students or community across. So you may want to look at driving literacy. So if you are part of government projects which are focused on digital literacy and others, you may want to look at seeing how you would want to incorporate RPA and related technologies in that. You may want to run it in adult education, probably students, working professionals coming in and signing up for these programs. You're also free to add it into workforce development programs. So if you are associated with various skill development programs from the state or from a state government or a central government or your local province, you're free to actually incorporate and explore adding these courses. And we do not have any criteria that we lay out from our program perspective. We leave it for your imagination to see how best what is best suited and what is right for your student and for your community, and how you think it should actually run to make sure we drive better results and better impact. Now, as I said, the minimum requirement, we as part of Academic Alliance, there is significant amount of investment and of time and money that we put in terms of to make sure the program is successful, and also to make sure we provide you the latest to make sure you are successful, right? So the minimum requirement that we seek from any participating university or college or the academic member for the membership is to ensure you run one full-time course in an academic year, right? And that means it could be a literacy program. Say you look at training your students on on basics of RPA, and across the university, that could be considered as an activity. So it's primarily it's one activity that we look at for an academic year to make sure that the engagement is active and we are able to drive that excitement for you to move forward. Now, how do we get started? As I said, the program website is uipath.com/academic alliance. So feel free to visit our website, and then go there, look at go in and look at the program details. Whatever I've shared, there is a link to joining the program. Please click on that, and it takes you to a separate web page where you have to fill in some of your basic program requirement, basic information, and then also look at the terms and conditions of the program link that is available. And once you confirm your membership to us, it'll come to us, and one of us from our team will reach out to you with some basic questions that we may want to get an answer for. And once those details are filled in, the team will send out a welcome kit for you, which is a software. It's an email which includes your welcome. It's basically a welcome mail which includes your college ID, the college certificate, and then access to the resource kit where the educator can gain access to the content. Now, if you have multiple educators, there is a separate link is also provided where the other educators can sign up using the college ID and request for the resource kit access and any other training program that we provide. Um, Yeah, and we are and from time to time we will convey our we convey our training and other activities to you, and we look forward to your active participation in building this thrive, building this ecosystem of RPA professionals at your university or college. I think with that, I come to the end of my presentation and I hope the information that I've shared in my slide is helpful. So as I said, the Academic Alliance program is open for schools. So ideally, high school students, vocational, skill development bodies, higher education, and not-for-profit organizations. So if your organization falls into those 4 or 5 criteria that I've said, and you're committed to building that ecosystem and helping students learn those new skills, we invite you to join us as part of Academic Alliance, join us as an Academic Alliance member, and looking forward to um, building building a strong RPA ecosystem, a skill ecosystem around RPA, and working together to change lives. And what's more important is, I think that's the most important piece of our discussion is while we change lives, while we work together with you, I think the most important piece is for every single educator associated with it is we also want to make sure that you professionally succeed. We also want to focus on your professional development. So please use this opportunity to not just gain knowledge, but then also get the best insight from us, so that together UiPath, the educator community, and your institution can create uh, a talent pool that is ready to join a workforce, join the existing workforce, and help shape the future of work. Thank you so much. I hope all of you, the presentation was helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me look for me on social media. So look for me on Facebook, on Twitter, LinkedIn, any of those social forums. Look for Rajesh Nambiar, and I'm happy to help you answer. And at the same time, you can reach out to our, group mail IDs if you have any further questions and would want to connect with us on any other thing. Thank you so much.